Hey everybody, CPM here, welcome back. It's that time of the month again, and today we're going to take a look at all the new releases for the month of July from the Royal Canadian Mint. For those of you that know, I love the artistic design, R&D work, and the quality of product that gets put into a coin release. So let's take a look at these 8 new fantastic looking products from the Royal Canadian Mint and see if they still hold true. Their website, let's go to the new releases section. And right off the top, we're going to take a look at the very first gold coin for the month of July. The first coin here we see showcases the early Canadian history, specifically to the fur trade. And for those that follows closely with the Royal Canadian Mint releases, this is not the very first gold coin in its series. So the early Canadian history has, I believe, 3 coins. It actually said that right here. This is the 4th coin. So I'll just link the images on the screen here so that you can see what the previous 3 coins looks like. But the fur trade era, from the perspective of the native Canadians, in the image that's portrayed here on the coin, showcases the region of James Bay in the early 1700s. The native Canadians were skilled hunters and trappers back in the day, and they are also the suppliers of pelts in exchange for goods with the European traders. This coin actually showcased a very rich history, and is showcased on such a small half-ounce coin. And let's take a quick look at just what's being shown here. We see a teepee, we see the canoe that the native Canadian sits on, and if you look closely here, there is a child or an infant that's following their parents, I guess, to do the trade. And then I guess what's sitting in the middle of the canoe here is probably the fur products that they are transporting. And if we look closely here, I think that might be a dog or a puppy. Again, I think there's a lot of details in here. You can see the wave on the river that's being caused by the canoe. And then in the background here, we see trees. We see 2 flying loons over the top. I would say this is actually this probably ticks the checkbox for the artistic design. So this gold coin definitely has that. All right, so this is the very first one. And with the mintage of, let's just see, 1200. So definitely not very, very high. I believe the last 3 coins were all sold out. So I assume that this is going to do really well this time around as well. So let's keep moving. Let's take a look at the very second coin. The second one is a 5-ounce silver coin showcasing the Snowbirds. So Snowbirds, not in the sense of the retired Canadians going down south to the States to hide away from the winter months. So the aerial shows by the Snowbirds is a quite famous event that happens regularly in up north in Canada. The next event that's happening is on July 1st, Canada Day, in the capital city of Canada, so Ottawa, Ontario. And so if anyone that is interested in that's just a side note for you to know. So just some interesting fact, we're celebrating the 50-year anniversary for the aerial show history with Canadian design and built CT114 Tudor that graces the surface of this coin, as you can see here. 1, 2, and then we have a few more here that has the formation of the solos and the double diamond formation that we see here. And where's the diamond? It's probably where the crosses happens. These are the double diamonds. And we can see all the selective gold plating on the Snowbirds, as well as the underside of the Snowbirds here. And we can also see the edges of the coin that's also gold plated too. This one actually kind of reminds me of the Avro silver coin that was released last month, or was it 2 months ago? It has the same exact design, and it's also keeping with the theme of just air transportation. So Canadians are very proud of their aviation history as well. So I'll link an image up here somewhere so that you can kind of compare the look and feel of the coin. And here's a different angle to kind of look at the coin itself, top down. Notice that the line pattern at the back that forms the cloud in the sky. So this really showcased the fine details on the engraving. And then if we look at on this corner of the coin, there's a bit of a gradient of the silver tone throughout the coin. I'm not sure if that will actually show up in the actual release of the product. I'm not sure if this image here were Photoshopped or cleaned up, but it definitely looks pretty neat, where the emphasis is on the Snowbirds themselves, and then it kind of grays away, or it kind of blends away in the background. And on the oversize, we have the Queen Effigy herself, but we also see the Snowbird sort of symbol / icon that covers the entire background of this coin. That looks fantastic, actually. All right, let's keep moving forward. The third coin that we're going to take a look at is actually a pretty big coin, a 10-ounce pure silver coin that showcases the national colors of Canada. So for those of you that follows my last few months of product release announcements, we know that it is the 25th year anniversary of Canada's arboreal emblem, which is the maple leaf. So 25-year anniversary, it is a pretty big milestone, but a lot of us don't know that it is the 100-year anniversary for the Canadian colors, which is the red and the white. It's kind of hard to see here, but on the description below, it does talk about that the ribbon below the maple leaf is actually white, and so are these parts. Not sure what to say about this coin. Like this year, we have a lot of releases of coin that just celebrate the 25th year anniversary for the maple leaves. So this coin probably it's just a double celebration or dual celebration, they call it, to kind of put two things in one. Hence the big coin. So if you can get your hands on this coin, it is probably going to be a big one for you to hold in your hand. So the details of the maple leaves. This is definitely a coin that you do not need a magnifying glass to enjoy all the details that's on the surface. Lots of details. The fine cuts on the leaves. The veins are all clearly displayed. On the overside, we don't see a whole lot of new things that we see here. We still have that 25th year privy mark that's showcased on a lot of maple leaf coins this year. So that's probably the only significance on the overside. All right, so let's keep moving forward. The next one is actually one that I found really intrigued about, is the Grey Wolf silver coin. It's very obvious by just the look of it. It's a dual plated silver coin. The black portion is done by the black rhodium, and then the gold point is obviously plated by yellow gold. This is not the first silver coin that has the dual tone or dual plating using both gold and rhodium. Rhodium, in a traditional sense, in the jewelry, usually helps hardening the surface for protective reasons. But rhodium, it seems to be a very common, design material to these days for from the Royal Canadian Mint. So I think that's definitely worth noting. Knowing that this is not the first in a series, I think they call this the black and gold. Yeah, this is the black and gold series. The last coin that came out from 2020 features the Canadian horses. So I'll link a picture somewhere here on the screen so for you to see and reference. What's there to talk about this coin? So mintage of just 4,500. Second coin in the series that I already mentioned. And so for me, this coin really takes the cake for what I'm looking for in the month of July. From an artistic design standpoint, the gray wolf design are very lifelike. The expression in their eyes, so I'm zooming in here, the expression in their eyes are absolutely phenomenal. And you can kind of look at the wolf's stare. I'm not sure what the right word is for it, but majestic is probably the only word that I can kind of fathom at this point. From a R&D standpoint, so this is the second attribute I want to kind of talk about on this coin. Knowing that this is a dual plating on one coin, looking at the edges where the gold and rhodium kind of intersect, there's not, or at least with the image that we see here on the screen, there's no bleeding from one into the other. So I guess from a curiosity standpoint, do they plate the rhodium part first, or do they plate the gold areas first? It's really interesting to see. Even if you look at this image here, though I claimed earlier on that there is not much bleeding, but taking a closer look here, there's a bit of bleeding at the intersection of the rhodium and gold plates. You can kind of see that here. It's very, very obvious. So I'm really curious at the actual end result at the end of the day, how sharp those lines would be. Again, looking at the bottom here, that there's also a little bit of a bleeding. So if I am going to guess, I would say they probably plated the rhodium part first and then the gold. But again, I'm not an engineer from RCM, so I wouldn't know the exact steps that they took to plate the coin. Anyways, hope you like this coin. For myself, I enjoyed it. Looks phenomenal. Now let's take a look at the overside. The overside, similar again. We have the rhodium plated for the background, and then we have Queen Effigy herself plated in yellow gold. So this coin for the month of July probably check all three boxes for me. Quality, we know that this is not the very first coin, so hopefully they have improved on the R&D work. It'll be interesting to see and compare the image side by side with the first horse design to see if there's any improvements there. All right, so let's move on. The next coin that we're going to take a look at, it's a bit of an overlap with the Snowbirds. This is the 1/4 ounce silver coin, which kind of aligns with the moments to hold. It's a theme that's happening for the year 2021. If we even look at the packaging itself, at the bottom it says moments to hold. Any of the commemorative packaging this year all has that lingo that's plastered all over it. So taking a look at it here, I'm not sure why the image are not. Oh, there we go. So this is the 1/4 ounce silver coin. We can see a very simple formation for the Snowbirds. And here the preview mark of 100-year anniversary from 1971 to 2021, celebrating their 50-year anniversary. So I think this would be a very good gifting idea for the collectors out there that would like to gift to their families and friends. And on the overside, it has a denomination of $5 with Queen Elizabeth herself. I think the pamphlet itself is also, I think it's a very nice package that details out why we're celebrating, what we're celebrating, and then just a couple of fun facts in the pamphlets. And that's that. So we've gone through we've gone through 5 products already. The 6th one here is actually a release from last year. It's actually not a 2021 product. Maybe they have finally gotten around to complete the work. This one, the Flying Loon, only has a mintage of only 425, so it's definitely very, very rare. It has the year 2020 on the surface of the coin, and then what looks like a pop-up art with the loon kind of pops away from the surface of the coin. So this one, from the 3 attributes that I was looking for, it definitely checks off for the R&D piece. And this is on the overside. So if emphasizing on the look and the patterns, not sure what that is, what kind of pattern that is, but it definitely looks very interesting. And then we have a miniature Queen Elizabeth herself, the effigy. I think the glamour box that it comes in is definitely worth checking out. Made of real wood. And the case itself, I wouldn't consider this as a high relief, even though it is contain more depth to the coin than the usual. This year we have 2 other coins that I think is worth mentioning. We have the multi-layer cougar that was released a few months ago, and last month we also have the super infused maple leaf. We'll also showcase the images on the screen just to show you the amount of R&D work that Royal Canadian Mint has been putting into their coins. It's not so much just the details of the artwork. We're now looking at just the different dimensions that the coin could give to the collectors. And if you are daring enough to take the coins out of the capsules, it'll definitely be something worthwhile for your hands to actually feel. Because now, for example, this loon here, we can see the loon itself popping out of the coin. With the cougar, we can see we can feel the different layers. With the super infused maple leaf, you can definitely feel the depth of what is being cut away from the coin. So all very interesting products from the R&D department. Kudos to the engineers. Well done. Very, very well done. All right. And we have just two more products to go through. And these are, I think, somewhat related to each other. These are the Keepsake collections for 2021. They haven't really released the design or the look and feel of the very first coin, but we know for certain that they are going to be showing the 100th year anniversary for the discovery of insulin. That will be on the $2 coin. So even though we don't see the design, we know that this is going to be on the $2 coin. The second Keepsake collection will be on the 125th anniversary for the Klondike Gold Rush. So for those that follows the bullion side of the Royal Canadian Mint business, they did release a 2021 Klondike Gold Rush gold coin for the 1 ounce version. I'll link an image up here as well. So I think that's going to be on a $1, so the Loony version of it. And then the third coin is going to be the 100th anniversary for the blue nose. We've gone through the blue nose design several times already for this year, but I'll just link an image in here for those of you who are seeing this for the very first time. And that will be on our 10 cents piece for the third coin in this release. And finally, we have the 2021 Special Wrap Roll Commemorative Collection. It's the same three events that we're celebrating. The Discovery of Insulin for the $2 wrap that we see here. Again, the design is not being shown here, so we'll get to see that sometime in July. And we have the Klondike for the Klondike Gold Rush for the Loonies. And then we have the Blue Nose, a special release for the Blue Nose for the 10 cents rolls that we see here. So looking forward to these coming out in July. Hopefully these, even if you don't buy these out of the gate, you may be able to see them in circulation, hopefully sometime soon, in like retail stores or grocery stores. So you might be lucky to get your hands on those. So I think that's pretty much it. Those are the 8 products that I wanted to go through with my viewers. So let's wrap up this video. So for those of you that are watching this for the very first time, each month Royal Canadian Mint continue to roll out new products, and I will still keep up my end of the bargain, continue to make videos like this, especially for people that wanted to kind of get an early peek. It is a bit unfortunate that by the time that this video gets surfaced, majority of this may have been sold out already. Even though I have a way to pre-order some of these coins, to be honest, by the time that I received the notification, most of these are sold out already. So the 5-ounce Snowbirds is already gone. The Grey Wolf silver coin, that's gone too, excuse me. And the R&D lab, yeah, this one is definitely gone pretty quick because there's only 425 of them. So the resale value definitely is going to be pretty high, high premium, especially in the secondary market. For the gold coin, it's still there. So for those of you with deep pockets, I think these are still good to go. The 10-ounce silver coin, I think these two will be here and available for ordering at the beginning of July for sure. The commemorative ones, these ones will be here as well, just because the mintage is so much higher, 100,000 pieces each. So I'm pretty sure they are not going to run out that quickly. So anyways, I will continue to make videos like this, and hope you guys like contents like this. And if you do, please give it a thumbs up. If you really enjoyed this, please consider subscribing. So stay tuned, and I will see you in the next one.